History is merely gossip, and if Oscar Wilde said it, it must be true. He was, after all, the world's foremost gossip raconteur. Until Alice Roosevelt said, "If you don't have anything nice to say about anyone, come sit next to me." Despite polite society's reticence to discuss such matters under the penumbra of privacy, when it comes to the rulers of an empire, their sex lives mean everything. Which, incidentally, is why Marie Antoinette had to give birth in front of over 200 people. Marie Antoinette, you may recall, was a Habsburg. And when her marriage to the King of France needed a nudge in the correct direction, her brother, Emperor Joseph II, was sent to explain matters. The apocryphal tale states that the inexperienced French king was informed by the extremely experienced Austrian emperor, "It's not enough to put the key in the keyhole. One must also turn it." An uncomfortable conversation, to say the least. But when your entire marital focus is to be the production of heirs, such things must be done. The Austrian emperor knew well of what he spoke, not only through his own experience, but from a long line of libidinous forebears. Although Maria Theresa had kept within her marriage vows, she was pretty much the only one who did. Her father, Charles VI, managed to somehow arrange a situation where he, his wife, and his Spanish mistress all lived together at Hofburg Palace. And that's not even getting into the issue of his wallpaper, which you can read about yourself, or his interests in men. Joseph II's father, Franz Stephen, had a liking for the ladies as well as his wife. The result was 16 legitimate children and up to 30, which were illegitimate, which begs the question, where on earth did he find the time? Joseph II simply adored his first wife, but she preferred his sister, and not Marie Antoinette, one of the other ones. She wrote Marie Christine heart-longingly erotic letters pouring out her very soul. Marie Christine definitely reciprocated, but then she also loved her husband, and some others as well. And so Joseph II scratched his itch and picked up some diseases at whorehouses, where his crown did not exempt him from being kicked out when he delayed payment for services rendered. The stories running through the Habsburg rule are endless. Luckily, Maria hunted them down for us. The marriage of the Habsburg Marie-Louise to Napoleon Bonaparte is an extremely important point in history. The birth of their son could have changed European history with a strong new dynasty. But when the little corporal was exiled, Marie-Louise declined to join him. Instead, she left her son in Vienna, where he ended up having a likely unrequited love affair with his aunt, and fully leaned into the collection of lovers and husbands. Of course, there's much more to it. And you should read about it, for the want of a nail and losing kingdoms and all of that. It explains something about the mindset of the times that Emperor Franz Joseph preferred the syphilitic Otto, brother of Franz Ferdinand, even after Otto created an international incident by jumping into the hallway of the Hotel Sacher naked, wearing a saber and the Order of the Golden Fleece. Luckily, we had Maria to play history detective and track down all the ins and outs of sex, drugs, and rock and roll in Habsburg Vienna. Next week, we'll bust into pages 91 to 113 and all about the lives, loves, and hypocrisy of the last Habsburgs. And more info for those reading along with us. If the stories of sex and Habsburg times have piqued your interest, Maria not only wrote the book, but she leads the tours. And you can join her in investigating all the lurid and wonderful sights she describes in Viennese history. It all had far more influence on current events than you might think.
Oh, I love it!